to the country blue, Woody and Lou got the sports for you. From Boston streets to Kentucky's fields, get ready, folks, for the thrill it yields. Woody, Lou, sports and you, talking games, we love it's true. Every play, every score, let's dive in, it's time for more. Lacing up the boots and calling plays, debates and laughs for all the days. From Fenway Park to Derby Run, sports talk magic just begun. Woody, Lou, sports and you, sideline stories coming through. Every cheer, heartbeat soar, tune in now, we'll give you more. Celtics screams to Wildcats roar, touchdowns, goals, and so much more. Grab a seat, enjoy the ride, Woody, Lou, right by your side.
The views expressed by the hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Department of Defense, the U.S. government, or any of its agencies. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. No attorney-client relationship is formed by providing this information, and nothing herein should be relied upon as legal counsel. For legal advice specific to your situation, please consult a qualified attorney. Well, Braxton, maybe one day we'll release the behind-the-scenes footage of Woody, Lou, Sports and You, because I think that just this our shared chat FaceTime basically of us trying to troubleshoot that issue was comedy gold.
That was the first time we've gone live to each other and then went to the technical difficulties screen while still streaming to each other and no one else in the ether. So
that was probably a record for how fast we've gone to the technical difficulty screen.
You know, when now you've used like 3 cans because you had to keep just redoing cans. You've transitioned from liquid deaths to beer. So it drove you to drinking, literally.
Yes, this was meant to be just a pure hydration episode. You know, it's a Monday. Got work and PT tomorrow morning, but we didn't strike out though. You know, I think we hit a home run. We will hit a home run on attempt number 3 of going live tonight, episode 25, a musical chairs farce. So yeah, Braxton, with that, I think we should just jump right into the topics.
Well, we have to, I mean, we'll try to do the same intro. We'll lead off before we go into the farce. I think this is the first episode since episode 2 where we've had more subscribers than videos uploaded. So we've eclipsed 26 now. So thank you to whoever's out there listening and watching. And, you know, we really plugged this episode. I was going on Adam Schefter and Matt Jones and John Rothstein's Twitter and just plugging that we're going to talk about whatever they were talking about. And Kaylee's just texting people, posting on Facebook. And then we missed our hit time after being on together at like 8:20, bragging about how we're like 10 minutes ahead of schedule, and we inevitably were 15 minutes late.
The hidden tape, we did meet our 8:45 Eastern hit time just to me and you.
Yeah, and Gavin in the chat, I think that says, who sings the theme song? Me and Dan, I went up to Nashville, and we know some people who are into the industry, and we were able to get recorded on that. I played the guitar. Dan took lead vocals. I harmonized a little bit in the background. So I appreciate you taking notice. And Paul Feinbaum did send a cease and desist for trying to compete for the longest theme song, but we're currently in litigation over that.
Producer Kaylee, thank you for the encouragement. You got it, boys. A little bit rattled, but here we are.
So anyway, talk about what's going
on. It's a farce. A musical chairs farce, like the title of the episode says, Braxton. That's a direct quote from Pete Bevilacqua. I think that's how you say his last name. Notre Dame's athletic director. What's that?
That was your third time trying to say it.
Okay, there's another name that's going to be brought up on this episode. My sweatshirt, I think, is a bit of foreshadowing, and I have to be very, very careful with how I pronounce that name. Um, but yeah, I mean, Braxton. So for the most part, I'm the one that usually drives asking the questions of your sports fandom. Um, but I think the turntables have turned on this Monday night after the final CFP ranking. So I'm going to let you drive this conversation.
Yeah, so and I got to add context. Before meeting you, I was kind of a never Notre Damer, and I was
Hmm.
anti Notre Dame in the establishment. Since meeting you, and even recently, a couple recent weeks, like I've transitioned where I'm for Notre Dame. I'm all in on the Catholic school aspect. It's a very prestigious institution, and then the history of the school. I think it's great. I think it's great that they have their own NBC. Oh, with that being said, the way the last 72 hours have played out for Notre Dame and the comments made by the AD, the back and forth with the ACC, which you had zero leverage in that fight, and the opting out of the bowl game with new contracts, getting people talking about contracts over Twitter. Notre Dame is doing everything they can to ensure that no one ever supports Notre Dame who's not directly in relation to the program.
I don't think you're wrong. With the last, yeah, I'd say even less than 72. We're not even at 48 hours. We're probably around like 30 hours from when the committee dropped its final ranking. And before I jump into that, I do want to mention that, and I think that your knowing me coincides almost parallel with Marcus Freeman being hired as the head coach for Notre Dame. And I think he's largely responsible for a lot of the Never Notre Dame and the Notre Dame haters um, making Notre Dame more likable. He's a great coach. He's a great individual. He's a great man, Marcus Freeman. So I think that he has done a lot to change a lot of people's perceptions of Notre Dame. I mean, I think it's been well discussed on this podcast. Brian Kelly and what he does for the teams that he coaches, but I think Marcus Freeman, he won a lot of goodwill. However, yeah, the events of the past 24, 30 hours, a lot of that goodwill with the general public is probably gone away.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. So like, I purposefully read like wave top stories of what's going on today. I've been at work and I've seen like the Twitter headlines and like I have a broad stroke view of what's kind of transpired today. But I
Hmm.
purposely didn't dive too into it because I wanted to hear your perspective and not have a tainted view because I think
Yeah.
anything I read is going to be kind of from an anti Notre Dame perspective. One thing I wanted to just jump in, explain to me. We'll start with the lower level things and we'll get into more of the deeper cuts. Opting out of the bowl game. It explain the thought process there from like your perspective. I
Okay.
think I understand what it's going to be, but I'm interested to see what you think about it as a fan.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll say this as a fan, and I mean this was discussed. I have a group chat with my Notre Dame buddies, and I think a lot of us felt like, and what the national media is saying is, like going home and taking your ball with you. Like it does kind of feel like that. And as a fan, like I want to see them play. Like I want more Notre Dame football. I like watching this team. I like watching this team compete. I like watching this team win. Um, and I'm one that's always like if you have opportunity to play in a bowl game, like regardless of the game, like how prestigious the bowl historically is, you play in the game to get those extra practices and to get maybe more experience. Especially if you're not in the playoff, you're going to have a lot of players opt out. Um, but experience for the younger guys that are going to be taking their places in the following season and really start building towards next season. So that's where I stand when it comes to bowl games and Notre Dame playing. But all the reports that I've read and listened to is that this decision was player driven. It was totally left into the hands of the players, and Marcus Freeman gives a lot of discretion and empowers his captains, and they ultimately decided that because there would be, so many opt-outs that this would not be the same Notre Dame team that rattled off 10 wins, convincing wins to end the season, and they would rather, as a team, end on the high note of having a 10-game win streak than to play a bowl game as a team that wasn't like the horse they rode into the game with, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think it's a high horse mindset, and I don't know if this is generational. Because I lean with you, especially as a coach. I want these guys to have an extra month of practice, even more so for my freshmen, my sophomores, my red shirts, because this is a free game for guys to get game reps, and then that's going to kind of feed how you attack the next transfer cycle of gaps that you might have in coverage. So as a coach, I would want it, but also just as a competitor, you would think these guys would be inversely so pissed off that they want an opportunity to go and pound the team out there. Now, you have the opt-outs and all that, which I don't understand. To think you're going to have so many opt-outs that the team would no longer be competitive, I think that's a stretch. That might be guys giving themselves more credit than they should, and that is what it is. But
another piece to it too, if I can, I'll let you finish your thought.
I just think at some point there needs to be an adult in the room, and this is probably more from the athletic department higher up, is like, the perception of the brand by not participating, because that has impacts to recruiting, to funding, to fan support, and second, third order effects from there.
I'm happy that you brought that up, like the adult in the room. And my next point was that this decision is fully supported by the adults in the room, by Coach Freeman and by the athletic director. I'm just going to call him Pete. And the reason why I think that is the case is because, I mean, to me, this is, and I kind of like this, is Notre Dame as, an institution and a program kind of giving the double birds to both ESPN and the ACC, and that they need us more than we need them. And I think Notre Dame, some people call this petty, and I think that there are arguments on both sides, but the campaign job that the ACC did as a conference on behalf of Miami, it did not sit right with Notre Dame. And I know that we're not members for football, we're an independent, but there is a partnership there. And Notre Dame has 24 varsity teams that compete in the ACC. We have an agreement with the ACC to play 5 ACC games. And the state of the ACC right now, and I'm curious what you have to say about this, we prop up the ACC. Those are big games for every ACC team. And people forget that during COVID in 2020, Notre Dame was the reason why they played a full season and the reason why college football didn't fold in 2020.
I love that energy. The one thing I would say to you respectfully, as a non-Notre Dame, I'm not a Notre Dame fan or in that like sphere, but I would respectfully say to you that when I think ACC, Notre Dame doesn't even transfer over to me thinking about baseball, basketball, swimming. Like when I think ACC, Notre Dame doesn't fit in there. So again, what I'm saying is you can have the partnership all you want, but perception's reality. All I know is you can have the 5-game agreement, but at the end of the day, NBC's calling your shots, and you're an independent. I always thought it was an NBC thing. Maybe there's other reasons y'all are independent.
I can get into that too.
But my point being is, why wouldn't the ACC pump up Miami? Like, why would you think they would pick you guys over Miami when Miami plays a full ACC schedule?
And that's okay. I will say, yeah, the flip side of that, like it does make perfect sense that, push come to shove, if ACC for football is going to pump up Miami or Notre Dame, it absolutely makes sense. They're gonna pump up Miami. However, I think it both could have been in from the ACC standpoint, and they compare Notre Dame and Miami to another team, Alabama.
I gotta say something real quick too.
Yes.
As we're talking about the ACC pumping up a Miami team that has a head-to-head victory against Notre Dame.
Yeah, and I think
context is important there.
Oh, context is important there, and I think this is actually good to come full circle. You wanted to start with the decision to turn down any bowl invitation. Um, I'm gonna start with this, that I have no issue with the final CFP ranking. I don't. As far as Notre Dame being the first team out, to me it's very logical. As far as when you have Miami next to Notre Dame lost, and that's just the head to head that needs to matter, because otherwise, why do you play the games? And then Alabama, I mean, 10-2 in the SEC, had a really good win at Georgia, the conference champion. And I agree that you should not be penalized for playing in your conference championship game. Otherwise, those would not matter at all. And where I think the mistake came from was the committee, their rankings leading up, because the only ranking that matters is obviously the final ranking, but they never should have set it up this way where Miami was ranked behind Notre Dame, and then when both teams don't play, Miami then jumps Notre Dame. And that's where the quote from AD Pete came from, of a musical chairs farce. And the committee did this to themselves. It was poor foresight. I don't think it was accurate during the season. And they're talking out of both sides of their mouth, too, because you look at the results of two conference championship games with Texas Tech and BYU in the Big 12 championship. BYU, they get the break speed off them by Texas Tech. They lose spots in the ranking. But then, I mean, Bama just lays an egg against Georgia, and they don't move at all.
Okay, so what I would say about the college football playoff, and I agree with you, they do it to themselves. I think the issue, and they were talking about it on the selection show, I think the issue with the college football playoff ranking is once the first college football playoff ranking comes out, that first one's pretty in line with the AP ranking and Coaches Bowl. And I think it's really, truly that way through the rest of the season. And then when they do the final college football playoff ranking, they then transition to complete body of work ranking model. Okay. Like, does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it does. It does.
I think
and that's what they said too. That's what they said.
They wait to the last one, and then they do the full body, not caring about what happened the previous week.
And we have some chatter in the chat. Mason McGregor, his comment is CFP rankings before the final is pointless. Get rid of them. I don't disagree with that at all, but in defense of the weekly ranking, I think it's a measuring stick, and it lets teams know like what they need to do theoretically, if done. I don't even know the right word for this, appropriately or accurately. I'm not sure how to phrase it.
Yeah. What else in the chat?
We got Miss Amy Lewis. Hi, Miss Amy Lewis. Thank you again. One of our longest award winning listeners, along with Miss Patsy Gudgel. I would be the same as ND if they don't think I'm good enough to make it. I'm taking my ball and going home. Petty. So she's saying that she's petty. Hashtag.
That's how bowls are going to go away. Look at all the 5 and 7 teams we have playing in the bowls. Like, it's how the bowl season's going to go away. And the bowl, as a Kentucky fan, where like I strive for just a bowl appearance. Like the middle of the road bowls mean a lot to me, and I don't want to see those go away.
Yeah. And the flip side of this, and I think who's really doing a good job of like almost being like a PR opportunity. I don't want to say stunt, because it's not a stunt, because it's genuine, but is Vanderbilt Commodores in Clark Lee. And I mean, they're obviously disappointed that they're not in the playoff. They went 10-2 in the SEC, and he's saying how they're excited to play one more game as this team, and to show what Vanderbilt's all about. I would have loved a Vanderbilt Notre Dame bowl game. And I think like if that gets high ratings, like it's a good performance, like it's to them, it's kind of they're like sticking it to like the man, so to speak, of the CFP committee. I mean, built in like familiarity with Clark Lee being a Notre Dame assistant before going back home to Vanderbilt. That would have been a fun matchup.
And I don't want to belabor a point or open up any more rabbit holes, but when I'm looking at the full kind of transitioning from just thinking about Notre Dame and just look at the college football playoff ranking as a whole, Notre Dame went 10-2, and if you look at it objectively, they are 4 points away, or I guess 5 points away from being undefeated. You lose by 3 to Miami, you lose by 1 to Texas A&M. That ball goes a different way. You guys are undefeated.
You hold a snap. Yep.
But I'll tell you this respectfully, and this is what hurts you guys from not playing full-time ACC, even though ACC is not a good football conference, is I value Vanderbilt's season. Vanderbilt's 10-2, and even BYU's 10-2. When, if you want to be objective, BYU lost twice to the number 4 ranked team, one of which was in the conference championship. I still think Vandy and BYU had better cases than Notre Dame.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't. I will say, like, I mean, it's part of the selection committee's criteria. There is an eye test into how you look, into how you play. And yes, you do have to perform on the field. And Notre Dame did not do that. They lost their first 2 games. You can call them, good losses if you want to, but they're the only person they can blame is themselves because they did not perform on the field. But, and this might be a cop out as a commentator to 9 viewers. Thank you very much. This is an all-time record for us. That will let me use this as a mouthpiece. That the biggest loser in this, I think, is college football fans, because you can't tell me that Notre Dame is playing like one of the best 12 teams in the country right now and is a true threat to make a run and have a bid at a national title in 2025, 2026. You can't tell me that's not the case. But again, they didn't perform. Other teams performed. And then as far as how like the game is set up and what the rules are, the rules are that the top 5 ranked conference champions get in, and they should because they won their conference. And this is not knocking Tulane or James Madison. They did what they had to do to get in, and they executed. But you can't. I mean, they're not national title contenders. Like, they're in the field, but they're not going to win 4 games to win a national title.
No, I agree with you. I made the statement that I think they should get rid of that, and it should genuinely just be the top 12 teams, because everyone would rather see BYU go into Oxford or see Notre Dame go into Oregon. Like, they would all rather see that for sure. And I think
because we already saw Ole Miss Tulane, and that was not a contest.
And really what we see is I think their mindset is, if you don't do that, you're going to really just diminish the group of 5, and there's no incentive there.
Exactly.
Especially with the bowl season kind of shrinking down with the evolution of the playoff, it'd be hard for them to recruit even more. And then they're hoping for a Cinderella story type situation, which I'm not saying it's impossible, but basketball Cinderellas are much more viable, just given the sport, than a football Cinderella. Basketball is just a game of momentum, and it's just a lot less.
Yes.
You outfitting a solid group of 8 guys to go match up another group of 8 guys is a lot different than having 75-man roster on both ends trying to do this. So,
and you can, in basketball, it's a player can take over a game. I mean, just look at Steph Curry at Davidson and what he was able to do in the tournament. Football it's not going to happen.
There's too many phases in the game for that to be a realistic, continuous thing. I agree, but It is what it is. I think the playoffs fine. The only we haven't really talked about it, maybe because producer Kaylee's doing so much work for us tonight. We don't really want to talk on it, but I mean, I do think the 10-3 Crimson Tide do deserve some airtime about their situation, and I like to tiptoe into that and hear your thoughts first.
And that's also too where I I don't disagree with them being in the playoff. It's how the committee went about it. And I don't disagree with what you said of how it's almost like two frameworks where in the lead up to it, it's what you've done so far, but then at the end, it's the full body of work. I get it. It doesn't really make sense to me. Ultimately, and it just causes frustration and criticism like this. But you couldn't leave Alabama out of the playoff because it would have meant the death of the SEC conference championship. And football, they don't want to, SEC doesn't want to do that. Football writ large doesn't want to do that. I mean, there's too much green involved. But if Alabama had been left out, um, it would have caused much more ripple effects in college football than leaving Notre Dame out.
Yeah, and the thing about Alabama is, naturally they weren't going to, if they were going to keep Oklahoma as the 8th seed, they weren't going to drop them from the 9 because that's money. And you can believe all you want that it doesn't matter. The TV part of this matters a ton. They'll never come out and admit that, but
Yeah, you can't punish a team for playing in their conference championship game. I'm firm on that.
but they did though, because if that's the case, then 11-1 BYU should be in the playoff.
I mean, yeah, it's inconsistent. They did do that. They did do
And
that.
if I think an 11-1 BYU, I don't know. I think the saving grace for Alabama, and maybe where you would have saw things be different, is if they wouldn't have beat Georgia earlier in the season, because that gives the voters in the college football poll the opportunity to be like, well, they split. Hey, they split with the SEC champions. If they wouldn't have played them, then I think honestly they may have been impacted more.
Yeah, and I've heard some takes on that too. That basically, like Georgia winning the conference championship in the convincing fashion that they did, it basically negates Alabama's win during the regular season. So that's like a justification. Because I think Alabama being in is solely based on that run they had in the middle of the season and winning at Georgia. Because, like, I mean, that loss to FSU, that's bad. That's a bad loss.
I think to kind of put a bow on college football playoffs so we can transition. You want to go through and pick these games?
Yeah. Actually, that was like I'm surprised that you can read my mind because I was gonna have you do rapid fire of the games.
I'm ready to go.
But before I do that, and we'll discuss this game, I'm fully on to my second team, the Yukon Huskies, who are playing in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl against the Army Black Knights, and I am fully on the number one quarterback in college football. And this is the name I said I had to be careful pronouncing. So we need a dump reel. Joe Fagano.
Joe Fagano.
That's, I believe, how you pronounce his name. I'm gonna go with Joey F. But he's an electric player, transfer from the University of Maine. And some are saying that he should be the Heisman Trophy winner.
No one's saying that.
So you want to pick these games rapid fire?
Yeah, send it.
I got it up. All right. Saturday, December 13th in the Bucked Up LA Bowl, we have Boise State at Washington.
Washington.
I'm going Boise.
Okay.
Tuesday,
Producer Kaylee needs to write all these down so we can have it right.
Is she doing it?
She should be.
Let's see. Tuesday, December 16th, IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl, Troy at Jacksonville State.
That's a historical. Troy.
I'm going Troy as well. Next, we got two games on December 17th. In the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, Old Dominion at South Florida.
USF.
I'm going USF as well. Go Bulls. And then the second game that day is the 68 Ventures. I kind of like just reading the bowl names. The 68 Ventures Bowl, Louisiana at Delaware.
Louisiana. Moment's too big for Delaware.
I'm actually going to take Delaware in their first FBS season, the Blue Hens of Delaware. Now moving to Thursday, December 18th, the Xbox Bowl. They're probably gonna get some pretty cool swag.
Probably get free Xbox.
Player. Yeah. Missouri State at Arkansas State.
Same traffic, Arkansas State.
I know nothing about either of these teams, but I like the Arkansas State mascot, so I'm going to go with Arkansas State as well.
I mean, by the same logic, you should pick Missouri State because it's their first FBS season. That's okay.
That went right over my head.
All right.
Friday, December 19th, we had the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Kennesaw State at Western Michigan.
Kennesaw State.
I want to row the boat with the Broncos of Western Michigan.
Kennesaw State just went like 10-2.
Great.
Okay.
Game's at 10 a.m. They ain't ready for that. We should also maybe we'll go forward with it, but I also have the ticket prices. You want to guess those as well? Like Price is Right.
I bet Elliot's piggy bank could get me into most of these games.
Okay, Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Memphis at NC State. 1:30 p.m. Eastern kick.
NC State.
I'm going Wolfpack as well. Care to guess what the ticket price is at?
Just get in price?
Lowest price. Yeah. To get
17.
Nah, it's higher.
28.
79.
79?
Yeah.
There'll be 10 people there. Continue.
Okay. Then we got our first college football playoff first round game. Alabama, number 9 Alabama at number 8 Oklahoma.
It's hard to beat a team twice.
Alabama can't run the ball.
Alabama looked terrible. They had, -3 yards against Georgia?
Yeah.
Roll Tide.
Boomer Sooner.
All right.
No Tide.
Roll Tide.
Okay, moving into Saturday, we got 3 first-round playoff games. Miami at Texas A&M.
A&M.
I'm going to go A&M as well. Guess the ticket price in College Station for that 11 a.m. kick.
Oh, gosh. Cheapest?
Cheapest. According to ESPN.
$195?
$449.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, I mean, playoff game at College Station. That tracks.
That's fair.
We got the rematch. Number 11 Tulane at number 6 Ole Miss. This one's interesting without Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, give me Ole Miss to win. Lock of the century. Tulane covers 17.5. Take every cent you have in your checking account and put it on Tulane to cover 17.5.
You know what? As much crap I was talking about the group of 5, Tulane and James Madison being in the field, this will be my upset.
John Sumrall is going to have them ready to play because he's staying with them through it.
I think I just don't. I mean, like we talked about last episode, Lane Kiffin is too integral to Ole Miss's performance. This is ripe for an upset.
I mean, it's right for a cover. Gosh, 17.5 points. That's crazy.
Then we got the last of the first round games. Number 12, James Madison, going to Eugene, Oregon.
Now, Oregon has the best play caller in the country in Will Stein. Just top tier offensive coordinator. Calls the best offense, the most explosive offense in the country. Will Stein calls that. So I'm gonna give Oregon to cover the 21.
Yep, I'm Ducks. Okay, now back to our regular bowl games. We have Washington State at Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
I like Utah State.
I like Utah State too. I saw them play at Vanderbilt earlier this season. I mean, Vanderbilt, like Pavia, is inevitable, but I like Utah State's moxie.
Sure.
December 23rd, in the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl, we got the Toledo Rockets against Louisville.
Toledo.
You just hate Louisville so much.
Louisville has no one playing. I mean, I need you to think about this, Dan. Louisville smoked Kentucky, but the MVP of the Louisville Kentucky game was a four-string walk-on running back who literally paid to be there. He wasn't getting paid tonight. He was paying the school to be there and run for 150 yards. Toledo.
Yeah, I can support my co-host, Toledo Rockets. New Orleans Bowl, Western Kentucky Hilltoppers at Southern Miss.
Western.
I'm going Western. I'm going to go Western too. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Oh,
UNLV.
do you know who's calling the Western Kentucky Southern Miss game?
No.
Matt Jones.
He calls games.
He's calling this one.
That will be entertaining.
Yep.
You need to be in like whatever the New Orleans Bowl socials are.
I'm gonna be plugged into that hashtag. Woody Lou Sports and You is gonna be plugged into that hashtag.
We're gonna get banned from X. You're gonna say some things. For certain tweets, can you use your personal?
What day was that on?
It's on Tuesday, December 23rd.
Oh, I have nothing to do but sit and drink and watch it either. So that'll be bad.
This is at the Superdome, New Orleans. Tickets are as low as $20. Should we take the show on the road? It's a little close to Christmas.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me in close proximity to him, dude. Yeah, Western Kentucky, and then Matt Jones get heckled on Twitter. Those are minus 1,000,000 odds.
And we got the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl, UNLV at Ohio.
UNLV.
I'm gonna go UNLV too. I like the Rebels. But then on Christmas Eve, we got one bowl, the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, California at the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
Hawaii, home field advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hawaii too. Then December 26th, game above Sports Bowl, Central Michigan at Northwestern.
Northwestern.
I'm gonna go with Northwestern as well. Then we got the Rate Bowl, New Mexico at Minnesota.
I really like New Mexico in this one.
I was gonna say I like New Mexico too. This is the old Florida coach. What the hell is his name?
Well, Dan Mullen coaches at UNLV.
I don't know who I'm thinking of. Then you're right. He does coach at UNLV.
Yeah.
Oops. This is a good beverage.
Yeah. Is that creature comfort?
Yep.
How that happens.
Tropicalia. Next we got the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, Florida International at UTSA Roadrunners.
I like the Roadrunners here.
That's a great mascot. I like the Roadrunners. Saturday, December 27th, Go Bowling Military Bowl, salute to service, Pittsburgh at, East Carolina.
ECU. I've had some good nights in Greenville, North Carolina.
I like this. They're playing at Navy Stadium on the Annapolis campus. Let's go Pirates. I think they're going to perform.
It makes too much sense.
Yeah. I can't believe they made a bowl. Saturday, December 27th, Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. Penn State at Clemson.
Oh my God. I can't hate a bowl game more. Penn State.
I'm going Clemson. I think Penn State's down bad.
Your funeral.
Guess ticket price.
Oh, way more than it should be. $213.
No, it's not that high.
$117.
102.
Okay.
That ain't worth it. Wasabi Fenway Bowl. We got the Yukon Huskies against the Army Black Knights.
Go Army.
Yukon.
Yeah, I figured. You know what Yukon? You can suck at these things.
What's that?
Nothing. Yeah, get in the chat and tell them what Yukon do.
know where this is headed. We're having some chatter in the chat.
Dude, get him involved one
A
time.
new listener, Alexis Laura 2270. Hello, James Madison plus 50,000. I still wouldn't make that bet.
I love Alexis.
And I love producer Kaylee from Alexis Laura. We love producer Kaylee too. She does the Lord's work on Woody Lose Sports and You for no pay or compensation. It's for love of the game. And Miss Patsy Gudgel, hello. Go Army! 3 exclamation points.
Go Army.
Beat Navy.
There goes the chat off the screen.
No, it's back. It's live producing. We're back. Okay, moving right along. This is the best bowl, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Number 22, Georgia Tech at number 12, BYU.
They lost their BYU.
I like Haynes King. I think he's going to bounce back in this bowl game. Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, Miami, Ohio at Fresno State on the CW.
Give me Fresno State. Let's travel involved.
Fresno State. Yeah, I know nothing about either of these teams. Guess ticket price.
48.
This one's at 25.
Oh, okay. I'm all over the place.
Isleta, New Mexico Bowl, North Texas at San Diego State.
North Texas.
I'm going to go North Texas, too. Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, number 19, Virginia at Missouri in Jacksonville.
Eli Drinkwitz will win that.
Okay.
Virginia looks terrible in the ACC championship.
Yeah, you can't lose to Duke. Kinder's Texas Bowl, LSU at Houston. I agree. It's being played at the Texans Stadium, NRG Stadium, Houston. Monday, December 29th, we have the J-Lab Birmingham Bowl, Georgia Southern at Appalachia State.
App State.
I'm also going to go App State. Tuesday, December 30th, Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, Coastal Carolina at Louisiana Tech.
Sean Claire's.
Yep, they're basically playing at home. I'm going to go, oh no, never mind. That's Coastal Carolina. No, I'm going Louisiana Tech.
Okay.
Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl, Tennessee at Illinois.
Illinois next.
I'm going to go Illinois too. Valero Alamo Bowl, USC at TCU. I'm going to say Trojans. ReliaQuest Bowl, number 23, Iowa at 14, Vanderbilt.
Vandy.
This is probably the best bowl matchup in my. No, this is up there.
Vandy is going to score way too many points for them.
I'm going to go Vandy as well. Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, Arizona State at your ACC 5-loss champion, Duke. I like Manny Diaz. Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, 18 Michigan at Texas. 13th ranked Texas.
Hook 'em horns.
Yeah. I'm going to go Texas as well. The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Nebraska.
Shout out SRS, Mason McGregor.
Oh, yeah. Shout out SRS. I don't know what that is, but Nebraska, 15, Utah. And the next games on New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day are all second round matchups in the playoff. January 2nd, we have Rice at Texas State in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
Rice. I wanted to play baseball there as a kid.
We'll go with Rice. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Navy at Cincinnati.
Cincy. Scott Satterfield.
I'm going to go Navy. Arizona Trust and Will Holiday Bowl, number 17, Arizona at SMU Ponies.
SMU. I take back everything I said. There's far too many bowls. We need to shrink the game. Holy.
We got one left. On January 2nd, Duke's Mayo Bowl, Wake Forest at Mississippi State.
I watched Wake Forest get ran by Florida State, a bad Florida State team. Give me Mississippi State, 5-7.
Mississippi State Bulldogs. Okay. That was a long segment, but that was kind of fun.
Gosh. You got to be a niche listener to enjoy that.
Brax, oh, here we go. Kaylee's writing them all down. Gavin says UConn, go Huskies. And Angela Lockhart, Braxton, I've picked just about the same as you. So
Yeah,
she's riding with Braxton and Braxton's bets. It was pretty good this weekend, right, Braxton?
I win McFadden. I win Trooper Mac a lot of money. I'm like his shadow bookie here in Georgia, and I won him a lot of money just fading Kentucky basketball.
I was going to say, like, I think so. The chat, you probably should ride Braxton's bets. I mentioned this to Braxton over the weekend with his bad luck and his terrible triangle knee injury. It had to break the other way in some direction, and it's only appropriate his bets are landing.
I won Ryan like $500, and he texted me, "What's your Cash App?" I thought he was going to send me a significant amount of money, and I said, "I don't have Cash App." He said, "Well, I'll give you a free $10 bet whenever you want it," and that was nice. He didn't have to do that. But I think I need to
free $10 bet.
I need to relook my bookie fee, like my shadow pick fee.
Braxton's bets. That was fun.
That was fun. That was fun for us. I don't know if it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I could have nerded out, but
I think this will be fun for the chat. And
playoff. We gotta do the playoff.
What do you mean?
We gotta do the playoff games.
We did playoff games the first round.
We gotta do second round. We gotta pick a winner.
Okay. All right. Let me pull this up.
I got you. Oregon, Texas Tech, and the Capital One Orange Bowl. Oregon.
Texas Tech. I'm going Texas. Actually, I like Texas Tech a lot. They look really good.
Will Stein, like I said, he's the best offensive mind. Alabama / Oklahoma, Indiana. Indiana wins that. They're the best team in football, right?
It pains me. I was talking a lot of smack.
They're the best team, dude.
Over text to multiple people about Frank Signetti and how he looks like Frank Grimes. I don't know if anyone's seen that Simpsons episode, Homer's Enemy, Grimesy. Look it up. You'll agree with me. But Indiana's winning is it Orange Bowl?
The Rose Bowl.
They're going to win the Rose Bowl.
All right. Presumably, it's going to be Ole Miss, Georgia, in this All-State Sugar
Georgia.
Bowl. I agree. And then winner of Texas A&M, Miami, Ohio State. I'm taking Ohio State chalk. You?
Texas A&M against Ohio State. Ohio State.
Yeah. Okay. So Oregon / Texas Tech. I have Oregon. You have Texas Tech versus Indiana. I'm taking. Will Stein's just the best offensive mind in the country, man. Give me Indiana winning the Peach Bowl. You?
Tech.
You got Tech. Okay.
Tech's a good team. Tech's a good team.
Georgia, Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Gotta be Ohio State.
All right. So I got Indiana. I got Indiana, Georgia.
Your championship?
Yeah, you got Texas Tech, Ohio State. I got I want to pick Indiana, but history tells me I like Georgia winning it all.
It's a good pick. They're looking good. This is chalk, but this is shaping up just like last year where Ohio State lost to Michigan and had to do a home playoff game because they didn't win the conference. I think Ohio State's going to go on another beat everybody tour, back-to-back national champions.
Okay. Yeah, I told Kaylee this. I watched that whole game. It was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
I agreed. I was like, they got to make Ohio State the 2 or the 3 seed because they have to. I think they definitively in that championship game showed they were the best 2 teams in the country. So they had to shape the bracket. Indiana deserved the 1, but they had to make it to where they can meet back in the championship. They couldn't be So I'm happy with it. All right, I got Georgia, and you have
Ohio State.
Ohio State. That sucks.
Once again, Angela Lockhart, 5107, is riding with Braxton's bets. Georgia, dogs.
It's good. It's a good bet. It's a safe bet. Smart money.
Mason McGregor, he's saying Buckeyes not being touched. Big Ten ship was a fluke. So he's with me.
It was a fluke. Yeah, no. You just didn't get held to. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're in the interest of continuing to pick things. I had two things I wanted you to be prepared to discuss.
Yes, and we got one in the ticker topics. And for those watching and listening at home, I think we already discussed the conference championship, rolled into Notre Shame. So we're going to move on. Braxton?
Yeah, I was saying, I think they got.
Yeah.
So anyway, as you were transitioning.
Well, I was saying to our next topic. You were.
Do you want to do fast food or do you want to do Mount Rushmore Christmas movies first?
Let's end with the Christmas movies.
Okay.
I have no clue where fast food is going.
I was watching a video today and someone asked somebody what their top 4. I don't know why they said not 3 or not 5. So their top 4 in order of fast food restaurants.
In order.
1 to 4. And I wanted to get your take, and that's going to provide you mine. Now, me and Kaylee discussed this over dinner, and we realized when you ask someone their top fast food restaurants, like there's a lot of brain work that goes into that. Like one of the things for her was, well, is it somewhere that's always accessible, or like what's the criteria for fast food? So this is what I'm gonna say.
That's actually good. Yeah, like the conditions. Like what are you evaluating? I think an important question is like what is fast food? Like does that have to have a drive-through?
Okay, so this is my criteria for fast food.
Okay.
My criteria for fast food is it is a restaurant where you can go inside in order to go, or you can go through a drive-through and receive your food.
Okay.
It does not have a drive-through, and it has to have a drive-through at a preponderance of all its locations. So, for example, some Subways have drive-throughs, not all do. So, for this exercise, Subway is not allowed.
I was going to ask because, like, Chipotle, not all, but some have drive-throughs, but it's also like order ahead. You can't order in a drive-through. It's like a pickup drive-through.
This has to be you go up in the drive-through, you order through the microphone, and then it does not have to be necessarily it doesn't have to be like, hey, I know on this road trip, this 2-hour trip, it will be available to me. It's not constrained. It just has to be an established fast food chain that has locations in more than one state.
Okay.
You want me to lead off, or do you need time to dwell?
But it's not like a pure, not like drafting. We could have the same like 1-1.
All right, my number 1 is easy, Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Yeah, I like Chick-fil-A a lot. But what I like Chick-fil-A, and because I feel like it's got some healthier options that I usually go for, but I'm gonna go Popeyes. That chicken sandwich is the equivalent of like crack.
Popeyes is your number 1 fast food restaurant. Just think about what you just said. I just want you to dwell on that for a second.
No, I take that back. Popeyes is not number 1. Cookout.
Cookout's number 1?
I love Cookout.
All right, Cookout, Chick-fil-A. Number 2. My number 2 is going to be one that people might be surprised by. Slim Chickens.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, luckily for you, there's a Slim Chickens in Hendersonville and Mount Juliet for you to enjoy at your leisure.
I'm going to go check that out this weekend. I've never even heard of this.
The best chicken. I mean, the only reason I have Chick-fil-A in front of it is because of the Chick-fil-A has breakfast options and Slim Chickens does not. The Slim Chicken wrap, you can get it in any of their sauces. They have wings, they have strips, they have anything you could possibly want. Slim Chickens is my solid number 2.
You do love, I know you're a big wrap guy.
And I know where they're located. So you have one in Hendersonville, one in Mount Juliet. You can go hit it this weekend. Go get it before you watch there's not really no football to watch, but before you watch what you're going to watch.
We got Army-Navy this weekend.
Yeah, we got Army-Navy, so you go get it before the game.
I'm going to go Chick-fil-A number 2.
Okay. Cookout, Chick-fil-A Slim Chickens. My number 3 is a hard one. And you're not going to know this restaurant either. My number 3 is a place called Jack's. They have Jackson, Tennessee, Alabama. There's like one in Georgia. It's essentially you could go there and get a burger. You go in there and get a fried chicken plate with mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, or a burger and fries. They also have breakfast. So if you have a Jack's near you, I implore you to go. Not Jack in the Box.
Jack's.
Different. It's called Jack's.
Never heard of it.
Okay, cool. What's your number 3?
So this is not like, this would actually probably be, no, this would be number 3, but this is like a regional thing. There's only like a few locations in New England, but Bill and Bob's Famous Beef.
Is it in multiple states?
Yes, there's one in New Hampshire.
Bill and Bob's multiple meats.
Famous Beef. That's not multiple meats.
Bill and Bob's Famous Beef.
It's the quintessential North Shore hot roast beef sandwich on an onion bun with, I can't even describe the barbecue sauce. It's like a tangy barbecue sauce. It is fantastic.
I'm scared to Google this. Oh, I feel like you just AI'd this because it says quintessential North Shore roast beef. Did you just Google this?
No, that's just, everyone knows that's what it is.
I'm seeing there's only one location in Salem, Woburn, and Peabody. This is only
3 locations.
This is only in Massachusetts.
No, there's one in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Okay. I don't think this counts, Dan.
Okay, under protest, it's staying at number 3.
I'm looking at images and it doesn't. Okay. Number 3. So you got Bill and Bob's Famous Meat, and then number 4.
What do you call it? Multiple meats.
Multiple meat, one each. For number 4 for me.
Okay, wait, hold on. Criteria, okay. Not Jack's. What was Slim Poke Chicken or Slim Chicken?
Slim Chickens.
You mentioned 2 locations in Tennessee. Where else are they?
They're in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. They're in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. They're in Lynn Haven, Florida.
Okay, fair. Point made.
Okay, they're in Tallahassee, Florida. I've ate at that one. I ate at a Whataburger in Tallahassee. Drove down the road to go park in a parking lot to eat the Whataburger. Saw that I was next to a Slim Chickens, and then went and got Slim Chickens. That's how much I love it.
Ooh, a twofer?
Twofer.
That's pretty good. Kaylee says she wants some Bill and Bob's Famous Beef. It's fantastic. It's an Arby's, but
as I say, it's a New England Arby's with a questionable name.
Much better. And they have pizza rolls.
My number 4, I'm gonna go with you, is Cookout. But if I had to do, I'd like to do this list with just breakfast, because my breakfast fast food only would be totally different than my lunch fast food.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Hardee's has to be included, and Hardee's has the best fast food breakfast.
We're at number 4. I'm assuming Steak and Shake doesn't count.
Obviously not, Dan.
They have a drive-through.
Yeah, but you know. You know.
Obviously not.
Dude, whoever put Captain D's in the chat, it's kind of blurry, so I can't see who put it. Captain
That'd
D's.
be Angela Lockhart.
I was telling Kaylee, I was like, we drove past the Captain D's, and I was like, Kaylee, I'm really craving Captain D's.
To which then is that like Long John Silver's?
Yes. Yes.
Fast food, seafood. I don't know.
And Kaylee just like verbally assaulted me, and then so where I'm from, in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, they have a Long John's and they have a Captain D's. And Kaylee went on this thing about how the only time she's Florida girl, the only time she's ever had Captain D's in her life is the one in Mount Sterling, and she was like almost mortified about going to it. But I would go to Captain D's right now. So good.
Well, producer Kaylee's saying her number 4 is Sonic. I like Sonic. I do like Sonic, but my number 4 is I'm gonna go Popeyes. I love Popeyes.
That's a wild take for me.
Yeah, I think with the Carl's Jr. And that's the same as.
Why'd he say Carl's Jr. like he's from freaking California?
What do you mean?
There are no Carl's Jr.'s in Alabama.
Isn't that the same as Hardee's?
Hardee's. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the West Coast. It's the West Coast Hardee's.
So we're on 5.
Yeah, we'll go 5. We'll go 5. Okay, we'll go 5. And
Want me to read it, Braxton? Remember,
yeah,
you and I are the only ones who like it better than Long John's.
I love Captain D's.
I've never been. Okay, hand up. I'm spoiled when it comes to like seafood, and it's it'd be like me going to Olive Garden.
But here's the thing. I'm versed in good seafood. I've eaten fresh food in Charleston, in Florida. I've gone offshore with listener Gavin and caught mahi and then cleaned mahi and cooked the mahi. I've had fresh seafood. Captain D's hits, and their sides are remarkable.
So what? Okay, if I go to Captain D's, what am I ordering?
So they used to. I haven't been to Captain D's in a long time. They used to have like a 2 fish, 2 chicken dinner.
Okay.
So you get 2 things of fried fish. We don't know what type of fish it is. And then you had 2 chicken strips, and I'd get the mac and cheese and the French fries, and I'd add a side of okra.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
You're having a moment right now.
And they give you this long little roll type deal, and you dip that roll in the mac and cheese a little bit. It's pretty good.
Does sound pretty good. We're getting some chatter. Carl Jr. is superior to Hardee's from Mason McGregor.
Where are you guys going to Carl's Jr. at in Greenville? Is there a Carl's Jr. in Greenville I don't know about? I went to In-N-Out. I went to California. I went to In-N-Out, and I can tell you right now, terrible.
Interesting.
In-N-Out. I've had it in California. I'm verified. Not good.
I like In-N-Out, but that's not my 5th. My 5th is Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'm late to the Taco Bell game, and
I really like Taco Bell.
I haven't really had a bad. I had one experience with Taco Bell in Bullock, where I ate it coming back from St. Louis one night at like midnight, and I had a PT test the next morning. I did my push-ups. I was feeling fine. I had some rumbling.
Sprint drag did not go well. Taco Bell.
And this was the old PFT.
This is the old one.
So I did the push-ups. I was like, I kind of feel it. I'm on the sit-ups. I'm up on the sit-ups, and I was at like 60 something, and I threw up on the dude holding my feet. And
your test should have immediately been null and void.
And then the whole 10 minutes you had before the run, they had a porta-john like 2 blocks away, and I was in there the whole time.
Apparently, Taco Bell was a controversial pick in the 5 spot. Angela Lockhart, Taco Bell is a no-go. I love this take from Gavin. He says he would rather starve. He would go hungry before he eats Captain D's or Long John's.
That is so obnoxious.
Taco Bell is situational top 2. And then In-N-Out is overrated for Mason McGregor. Taco Bell being situational top 2 is from Gavin. So did you do your 5? Your 5th spot?
No. What was my 4? Cookout?
Okay, let's recap. So I had Cookout,
Chick-fil-A, Bob's Big Beef.
Bob's Big Beef might actually be number 1 if we're allowing it. Bill and Bob's Famous Beef. 4 I had Popeyes, and 5 I had Taco Bell.
I'm taking Chick-fil-A, Slim Chickens, Jack's, Cookout. And honestly, I might play this safe, and I think I'm going with the Golden Arches at number 5.
That is a safe pick. I think their breakfast. I love their breakfast. I am a noted. I love their hotcakes.
I'll tell you this. So, like, me and Kaylee went and did a little staycation down in Jacksonville, and I woke up hurting the next morning, and I got on the McDonald's app. I ended up just going and getting like 4 McGriddles, but I had like the big all-star breakfast plate, like locked and loaded, and I kind of regret not getting it because like it seems like, and like somehow the breakfast, the hot cakes like combo, you get so much food and it's like cheaper than anything else on the menu for some reason, which I still don't understand.
So I really like McDonald's breakfast. Archie's a good pick in five spot.
That's safe.
I'm actually not really happy with my draft.
You don't like the draft? I think my draft wins.
I've never even heard of Slim Poke Chicken or
Go to the one in
Captain D's.
Mount. I guarantee you that one in Mount Juliet's good too.
I ran a race in Mount Juliet a few weeks ago. I'll have to check it out. I like Mount Juliet.
So can we finish on our Mount Rushmore Christmas movies and keeping with the season?
Yes. I think it's a good way to wrap up episode 25.
So Kaylee's got me. We're watching Christmas movies every night, and this is always a challenging thing. Is like, when do you start watching the Christmas movies, and then how do you space it out appropriately so you don't, because you don't want to do the good ones too early. You know, and a tradition in my house since probably the age since I turned like 4 or 5, I've watched Christmas Vacation on Christmas Day. My parents forced me into it, and they beat me into submission where it's my favorite Christmas movie now.
Well, we did do that in Poland. That was fun watching it on Christmas Day. We watched some other movies that I hadn't seen before as far as Christmas movie go, like Daddy's Home 2, which I thought was hysterical. Doesn't break my Mount Rushmore, but that was a newer Christmas movie that I really enjoyed.
You know what Kaylee made me watch last night was called The Family Stone. It had Sarah Jessica Parker, Diane Keaton. Have you seen that?
No, but it is popped up on every single streaming app I have, and I've watched the preview trailer like 3 times, and it's on my list.
It's emotional. And you know, Dan, Kaylee got really mad at me because we're pretty close. Do you have siblings?
I have a brother, yeah.
Older brother?
No, he's younger.
How old is he?
Ryan is 32. He'll be 33 in March.
His name's Ryan?
Mm-hmm.
You never disclosed that information. So
I definitely told you I had a brother when we lived in Poland.
Definitely, that never came up. You know, you having siblings, The Family Stone was emotional. Like, the ending is very sad. I don't want to say I had tears, but Kaylee definitely had tears. I try to stay stoked. Anyway,
it doesn't sound like a very happy Christmas movie. I like to be happy at the holidays.
No, it's a funny, happy drama.
Okay,
it's
a dramedy.
Yeah, but the ending like really just pulls on every string you got.
Gotcha. Miss Patsy Gudgel loves The Family Stone.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. Like it's a very wide demo. It's a wide demo film.
So I do want to do this before we get into it. We do have some chatter that I missed that I think is very funny. Mason McGregor can't believe Braxton wasn't on the Wednesday Zaxby's. Kaylee's a bit upset no one else on the Whataburger train. Any comment on that?
It's fine.
Gavin, this might be a hot take. Guthrie's and Cane's both better than Slim's.
That's false.
Just false. That's false. Kaylee agreed with that.
Guthrie's and Cane's are phenomenal, but if we're talking, they got a wrap, Dan, and you know what a wrap does to me.
I know.
I could eat a chicken wrap every
love a wrap. And then producer Kaylee wants you to get McDonald's breakfast tomorrow. Is that possible?
When?
I'll let you discuss that offline.
We got gunnery table 3 in the morning. No. So what Mason was talking about, you know, at the Citadel, we got leave on Wednesdays. You could leave from like 3 to 7 or something. So me and Mason we called it Zaxby's and Tweez because you couldn't drink at the Citadel, right?
Right.
And hopefully I don't get retroactively like my ring taken from me. But we'd go to Zaxby's, the one out there in, I guess it was in West Ashley somewhere. And anyway, we'd get Zaxby's, and we'd go to the sketchy Circle K across the street, and we'd get the large Zaxby's drinks, and we'd dump them, and we'd buy 2 Twisted Teas and pour them up in our Zaxby's drink. And then we'd walk in with our Zaxby's and our Zaxby's drink, but it had Twisted Teas in there. That was our Wednesday. That's how we partied in college.
Small things like that. We had a very different college experience.
Yeah, and we're risking our lives doing that for
Yeah.
some twisted tea.
What a rush that must have been.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah. It's sad when you say it out loud now in hindsight.
uh, and then we're getting some chatter on Christmas movies and when to start watching them. Angela Lockhart, 5107, won't start watching Christmas movies till after Thanksgiving, but Christmas Vacation is the best and classic. Then A Christmas Story all day.
Yeah, I mean they got the 24-hour marathon. It has to be on in the background. I think that's pretty
Yeah.
safe.
Okay, so you ready to do this?
Yes.
Now, this is not a draft, and Mount Rushmore is no particular order. Just
Mount
your
Rushmore.
just your 4 movies.
Yes.
Okay,
We'll lead off with the obvious one in Christmas Vacation.
that's on my list. Yep.
All right, so we're 1-1 right there.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me. No order. Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, and the cool thing about this is a twofer, so I'm equally invested in the 1966 version as well as the Jim Carrey version. Those are simultaneous, morphed head on my Mount Rushmore.
You didn't like there was a newer animated one that I really liked.
Elliot is obsessed with it. It not as good as the other two.
Okay. All right. The Grinch is not on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
This might be pandering to a certain segment of our award-winning listeners and chat, but I'm going to go with Love Actually.
I don't even know if I've seen that.
It has a fantastic drinking game associated with it that's become a Christmas holiday season tradition for me. To our listeners, if you're of age, I encourage you to do it and to also drink responsibly. So have an Uber or a ride arranged because you will get inebriated by strictly following the rules of the Love Actually drinking game.
I bet Kaylee is just smiling ear to ear right now, back in the bed listening to this. Love Actually.
Yes.
Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson.
Yep.
Dan, I've never heard of it.
You have got to be. What? You've never heard of Love Actually?
No.
It's got Keira Knightley.
Well, I know Kaylee's gonna make me watch it now, and then she's in.
No, so watch it, but I'll send you the rules. We can do this on the socials too. I'll send out the rules to the game. The game will make it much more entertaining.
You drink it while you watch it?
Correct.
Oh, so it's not a game they do in the movie; it's a game you do while you watch it.
Yes.
So if I can do a drinking game and watch it, then I'm all in. That could be our Friday night.
It's very fun. Maybe we do like I don't know if I want to do that live. I was going to say a live stream of me and you, but both employed.
All right, so I got Christmas Vacation Grinch. You got Christmas Vacation Love Actually. I'm gonna take, and I feel like this is so just unoriginal, but I got to take Elf.
Elf's good.
Yeah.
This is a deep cut that I don't think you have not seen it. I know that for a fact, Braxton, and probably no one in the chat. It is a more recent movie that hits close to home because a major theme was a tradition that my family had growing up is Feast of the Seven Fishes. It's on Amazon Prime right now. I highly recommend it.
Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Yes. You Google it right now.
I need you to explain this to me.
So the Feast of the Seven Fishes is an Italian tradition where Christmas Eve is actually the bigger holiday than Christmas Day. And it's supposed to be like a fast during the day. And then at night, as you're waiting, till midnight, you celebrate by having 7 different types of fish. The number, it doesn't and let's talk about this in the movie, which is very funny when the main character describes it to his love interest. We don't really know where 7 came from. It's not ever really 7. It's got to be like an odd number. And growing up, we got very liberal with fish. And I would say we did not do fishes. It was a certain type of seafood. And it hit the movie in like the tradition it shows in like the Italian like extended family dynamic just hits very close to home for me. And I really like that movie.
Seven Fishes Christmas movie. Okay. Okay. It got a okay. It got an 88% Rotten Tomatoes.
It's a fun like it's a fun movie.
Okay. I kind of it's a Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna do, and I think this has definitely changed since I became a father. Pre-father me would probably say Four Christmases would be my my additional one, but
Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn.
yeah. But with the addition of children in my home, I think I got to axe that one and now do Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Big fan of that one.
The House of Mouse, like we said, floss around a certain organ.
The House of Mouse owns me. Got dollar bills coming out of his butt. So
then for my final pick, go ahead.
Who put the holiday in the chat?
That would be Kaylee.
Of course she did.
Is that even a Christmas movie?
Dude, she tried to make me watch that stupid film last night, and that's why I watched The Family Stone. It's so freaking bad, dude. It's a terrible film.
Well, Angela Lockhart, 5107, she agrees. Love the holiday.
I don't think it's a Christmas movie. If that's a Christmas movie, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. And
so that was my fourth pick. Is Die Hard.
Stupid. Kaylee is. I told her, how is Die Hard not a Christmas movie when the Nagasaki building is literally celebrating their Christmas party? It's the Christmas
Nakatomi
party.
Tower.
Nakatomi, that's what Nagasaki. Nakatomi.
Nagasaki was something else.
Yeah, Freudian slip.
So that's mine. And controversial pick, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So those are my four.
Fair enough. I think we got
my list. I don't think anyone shares my list, but I like being unique.
I don't think anyone has the fishes. It doesn't have it's not even rated PG or PG-13. It doesn't even have a rating.
I know. Now we're getting a lot of honorable mentions in the chat, and there's so many. We had to pick four, but Mason McGregor, Home Alone, Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way is so funny. That was on TV recently. And Sinbad and Arnold Schwarzenegger are a great duo.
I was never a Home Alone guy.
Really?
Never a Home Alone guy. The stories seem too far-fetched for me to get into.
It's funny you said that like in your youth, but it is also like, I mean, Kevin McAllister is like 6 in the first one, and he's a very precocious 6-year-old then.
You think I could go across the ocean and have my 6-year-old at home and Kaylee wouldn't have known that?
A different time, I guess, in the 90s.
It's a lack of accountability.
That it was. But yeah, all the classics, I agree. I saw that. Office Christmas Party was pretty funny with I think Jason Bateman was in that.
I'll tell you this. The thing about Christmas Story, and I had one as a kid. I want to buy a Red Ryder.
BB gun?
Yeah, I used to have one as a kid, obviously, but I want to buy I want to buy one just for adult me now. And that movie always makes me want to like get on Walmart.com and order one.
Yeah, Christmas Story it's fantastic, and they have 24 hours of a Christmas Story.
If you're like when you're opening presents on Christmas Day, like I think on the TV on mute has to be the Christmas Story is just
that's
on.
Actually that was a tradition in my house growing up. Like it was Christmas Story was on,
and I was like half listening because I was trying to Google the seven fish. But you mentioned Christmas Eve. So like growing up for us, Christmas Eve was like we did our primary Christmas, like our present sharing and like all of that was done on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day was just reserved for Santa Claus.
Sure.
That's how we
did something similar.
Yeah.
Christmas with the Cranks is is being brought up. I like that one's pretty good. That's a good Tim Allen, Jamie
Watch
Lee
that one.
Curtis.
I've watched that one.
That
This
one's
season.
funny. Miss Patsy, you'll shoot your eye out. Yes,
Yeah.
with the Red Ryder BB gun. Oh, I forget. Yeah, the Santa Claus movies are the first one's very, very good. 2 and 3 are meh, but the original Tim Allen, the Santa Claus, is good.
Are you a Fred Claus guy with Vince Vaughn?
I don't think I've seen that.
It's worth a watch.
Okay, I'll check that out. Bad Santa is pretty funny with,
I asked Kaylee.
with Billy Bob.
I think HBO Max has all of them right now. And I asked Kaylee if she wanted to watch it, and she said no.
There's one that's just eluding me right now. That is a very funny movie. Shoot. I just haven't tipped my tongue.
Oh, do you want to know? Can I tell you my least favorite Christmas movie of all time?
Sure.
And it's not even close. I actually would rather watch The Holiday than watch this movie. The Polar Express.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
You're not. Don't. You'll never get those 2 hours back. I remember. I think it was the first Christmas of me and Kaylee like being like lived in boyfriend girlfriend, like 2019, and we went to her family's house for Christmas, and she kept going on about how Polar Express was like a Christmas tradition for their family, and I was like not pumped about that at all. And I can remember sitting on the recliner, and the Polar Express came on, and she got super embarrassed and mad at me because I was snoring within like the first 15 minutes. I snored throughout the whole movie as their family was watching it.
Kaylee, being like probably less than 5 feet from Braxton for 9 months in Poland, I'm familiar with that snore.
That's what I'm sleeping good. It's a deep sleep. It's not a
Sleeping good. I remembered the movie. This is also a deep cut. This is actually my mother's favorite Christmas movie, and we watch it every single year when I'm home. This is I'll Be Home for Christmas with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jessica Biel.
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
On Disney Plus, no free ads.
Well, you made me upgrade to the most expensive Disney Plus thing I can. So
my mother loves that movie.
The critics did not.
No.
The critics did not like that movie, Dan.
It's pretty funny. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is pretty good in it. Post Home Improvement, JTT.
Young Jessica Biel?
Yeah. This is like Seventh Heaven Jessica Biel.
Fair enough. Jack Frost. That's one.
Oh, Michael Keaton? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, I don't know if this is in the chat. I wanted to watch this last night, but Kaylee vetoed it. Deck the Halls, because Deck the Halls is
she put that in the chat.
Well, she didn't want to watch it yesterday. That's how I felt in my dispute with my neighbor about putting up the Christmas lights.
Deck the Halls. What's that one about?
It's when the new guy moves in and he wants his house to be seen from space with his Christmas lights. You gotta watch.
That's good too, Dan, from Kaylee. I think that's in response to JTT and I'll Be Home for Christmas.
He's gonna make me watch all these now.
Seven Fishes needs to be number 1 on your watch list. Where
do I find that?
On Amazon Prime.
I mean, I feel like I gotta watch it just in support of you.
Watching that movie, that was my Christmas Eve.
Is it Catholic based?
Yes.
Will I miss some nuance, or will I be able to fill in the gaps?
No, I don't. I think it is Catholic based, but there's not like it is by no means a religious movie.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun episode. We went for a pretty long time. I think we broke a record on third attempt.
I think we had like 9 views at one point.
We did. We got some new commenters, some old commenters. This was fun.
Matt Hatter's been sleeping for 3 hours. He's in REM sleep.
He isn't. He's probably snoring. He just missed the best episode.
I know.
Now, what would Matt Hatter's Mount Rushmore be?
Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
I don't know if Mom's still in here or she's awake. Christmas Vacation. trying to think what we watched growing up. Four Christmases, I feel like would definitely be on there because I like that movie because of him. Christmas with the Cranks. I know those three for sure, and maybe probably Elf. Probably similar to me. I think mine's
Christmas
probably
Story? Did you put that in there?
He might. I don't know if he was a Christmas Story guy. He may have been a Christmas Story guy. I feel like him or my mom were, and the other one wasn't. I don't remember.
This is too funny. Kaylee, producer. I love you, producer Kaylee. Father of the Bride isn't a Christmas movie, but I like to watch it this time of year. Whatever you want to do.
And she gave me so much flack about Die Hard. Literally happening during a Christmas party.
10 viewers at one point. Man, we're... Oh, you did a
Is
good
that our
job.
first time breaking double digits?
Yes. Live.
And Mad Hatter wasn't even here.
I know, it should have been 11.
Gosh.
You did a good job pumping this episode up.
It's all thanks to Kaylee. We got some subscribers.
Producer
We appreciate
Kaylee.
all of you guys.
We do.
Whenever I get my inevitable knee recovery, assuming I just don't have like a slight sprain and I'm just being soft about it, we'll have nothing but time to produce content.
Like so that was good. Like glass half full, silver lining. Like obviously you were down bad, still are, but it's gonna grow the show.
If I can't learn to make a reel on Instagram in my 12 to 18 month recovery window, then I just don't deserve it.
You think we could offer like a CSP internship? For someone to work?
I'm willing to put up an incentive-based job position to where if you create these reels and post them based on their engagement level, you'll get payouts, and we'll have that contract structured out so you know exactly what to expect.
Full table of payouts.
Yeah, I'm fully prepared to do so.
And this is a very nice compliment from one of our newest listeners to this show, Angela Lockhart 5107. You guys are so fun to listen to and watch. Thank you, with a big blue heart.
Share it with everybody you know.
On that note, Braxton, I think it's a good time to sign off.
Very well. It's time for me to go to bed. I got to get McDonald's in the morning.
Yeah, you do got to get McDonald's in the morning. But again, thank you all. Download, subscribe, listen, share. Any final thoughts, Braxton?
Appreciate you guys. Georgia's going to win it all. Bet them heavy.
Ohio State.
All right.